There are many ways to resolve your divorce. You can sit around the kitchen table with your spouse and work it out. You can enter into negotiation with an attorney. You could join the collaborative process. You could take it to court and have someone else decide. Heck, you could even go to a divorce hotel, go in married, come out divorced. But the one I want to talk to you about now is mediation. Mediation is a traditional way to resolve divorce, and quite frankly, it's one I like a lot. I serve as a divorce mediator. I will mediate child custody disputes and I'll mediate property disputes. And it is a really effective way to help people reach a resolution that maybe both of them aren't super happy about, but both of them can live with, and it can be a durable agreement. Oftentimes, mediation can be a much more cost-effective option than going to court or even the collaborative process. So, how does divorce mediation work? Usually, divorce mediation happens with attorneys, and I personally recommend that you bring your attorney, and I'm going to tell you why in a moment. Mediation can happen with your attorneys or without your attorneys, but you sit down with a mediator or on Zoom with a mediator, having exchanged all your information and all your discovery, and try to reach a resolution. Oftentimes, the mediator will put you and your soon-to-be ex-spouse in two separate rooms or two separate Zoom rooms, as the case may be, and go back and forth in a form of shuttle diplomacy, helping you get to a resolution that is in the middle, or if not in the middle, that is reasonable and durable. So why bring attorneys? Isn't that more expensive? Well, I'm a big believer that having your attorney in the room can help you make good, real decisions. When I serve as a mediator, I can't give legal advice to either party. And when I'm an attorney representing a party, I want to be giving them legal advice in real time. I'm going to want to help them understand what would happen if they would go to court, what the legal ramifications of agreeing to this are, what possible things in the future could come up from this agreement. And these are things that only I, as the advocate attorney, can do, not as the mediator. Also, if you have your attorneys in the room, often, though not always, you can come up with a memorandum of understanding, a term sheet, or even a full signed separation agreement at the end of your mediation. How amazing is that? You can be done at the end of your mediation. If you don't have your attorney with you, you're not going to be able to do that as effectively. First, the mediator likely will not be comfortable with you and your soon-to-be ex-spouse signing something. They want to make sure you understand what you're signing, and remember, they can't give you legal advice. Additionally, you're going to want to understand what you're signing and make sure that you're signing something that not only will be upheld in a court, but also that won't cause you trouble down the road. So, my advice, bring your lawyer with you. And if you're at our firm, our advice is going to be, let us come with you. It'll save you a lot of trouble in the end, and you'll get it done a lot faster, hopefully walking away with a fully executed agreement. If you are not thoroughly prepared for mediation, you are doing mediation wrong. You and your attorney should be talking about your best case scenario, your worst case scenario, where you want to start negotiating, what your bottom line is, and you want to make sure that you have documents to back up all your numbers. What do I mean by that? You want to make sure that you are not making a deal based on your idea of what your house is worth, or your idea of what your spouse makes, or your idea of how much each of you has in retirement. Make decisions based on fact, not feelings. So, step 1, identify all the marital and non-marital property before mediation, if it's property mediation. Number 2, make sure you have a value of what each of those things is so that we're not sitting there arguing about, well, I think the house is worth $600. Well, I think the house is worth $400. Instead, know what the house is worth and be talking about how you're going to divide the equity in the house. The conversation should be about how you divide things, not what they're worth. When it comes to child custody, it's very similar. You need to walk in with a proposal. In fact, ideally, the other side will have already gotten your proposal in advance of mediation, because then we're not spending time and wasting the mediator's time and your time on what the proposal is. We're going to get down to brass tacks. How do we get from your position to his position or her position and his position, and find a way to meet in the middle to a result that is durable and something that you can live with. It is my belief that a good mediator is someone who has been working in family law for a significant period of time, ideally as an attorney, magistrate, or judge. Now, there are non-attorney mediators out there, and I don't want to say that they're not good because some of them really can be, but your attorneys, judges, former magistrates have been in and out of the courtroom. They're going to be the ones who are able to say, hey, I have seen courts do X, Y, and Z with cases similar to yours. It's not giving legal advice because they're not telling you what you should do or what you shouldn't do, but they can give you real life examples of things they've seen things that have gone wrong with cases like yours and things that have gone well with cases like yours. They can provide you with a neutral case evaluation, and that's something that a non-attorney can't do. Talk to your attorney. Your attorney is going to generally know who the good mediators are and who the not so good mediators are. And if you don't have an attorney, here are my other tips. Find someone who not only has been practicing a while, but who has also been mediating a while. If they've been mediating a while and they've had a lot of mediator clients, they probably know what they're doing. Mediation is an important dispute resolution process when you're trying to figure out how to divorce. I love mediation. I think it is a great solution. It keeps the power in your hands and your soon to be ex's hands rather than in a judge's hands. And while you may not walk out 100% happy, you're going to know that you had some impact in your resolution. At Z Family Law, we don't write endings, we create new beginnings, and we want to help you create yours. If you're interested in divorce mediation, we would love to work with you. Mediation is an excellent opportunity to set you up for the future you've always wanted.